Police investigating a quadruple shooting in Muskegon, Michigan. I'm Camille Amiri. We'll have details straight ahead.
Been trying to do something every year. I've been in the league, to give back.
Pistons superstar Cade Cunningham giving back at a special event today, as you heard him say. It's incredible, and you want to hear about Cade Christmas coming up.
And we have more snow on the way. Next system developing in central parts of the U.S. right now. We'll have timing on this next system and how much snow we could see in the forecast coming up.
Working for you. This is Fox 2 News at 6.
We want to welcome you to Fox 2 News at 6. I'm Hilary Golston.
And I'm Dave Spencer. A little bit of snow. We saw it in the morning, and there's more possibly on the way.
It seems like we just cannot get the respite that we deserve around here. Oh, yeah, right. We're going into winter. Weather Authority Stephanie Mead starts us off with a check of the forecast. Hi, Steph.
Hey, yeah. So I think this morning we did manage, obviously, to pick up on some snow, as you guys mentioned before. We have more of that moving forward. Makes for a very festive feel, though, if you are going out and about. This is a live look over Campus Martius right now. Looks like a fun place to be, considering that it's not too cold, and we have that fresh new layer of snow, especially on grassy surfaces. But the roadways, for the most part right now, seem to be in really good shape alongside the sidewalks too. They're just a little bit damp. Temperatures right now are just below the freezing mark, 27 in the city, 20 in Lansing right now. Temps up near Mount Pleasant at around 26 degrees. Now, our feel-like temps are a little cold right now. Upper teens at 17 in the city, 20 in Lansing, mid-teens in Muskegon, extending all the way up into Traverse City. And it is going to get cold once again heading into late tonight. There are a few lighter flurries around right now, but nothing creating any issues, and these are very much spotty in nature and will diminish as we head into later on tonight. This is our next system. This is going to bring us our next opportunity for some accumulating snow, and we have additional systems after that, which is also going to give us more snow. So we have a lot going on this week in terms of snow. First, the cold, though. Overnight, our temps will drop into the teens. Feel like temps in the single digits. We'll show you just how cold again it gets Monday morning, and then more snow chances, and we'll time that out for you in the full forecast coming up in a few minutes. Hilary and Dave, over to you.
Stephanie, thank you. This is just a terrible story, a mass shooting in West Michigan.
Yeah, sadly, we've learned 2 people have been killed, several others hurt in Muskegon. Fox 2's Camille Amiri has that story.
This is a very active investigation, and while police say the suspect or suspects are still out there, they say that the public is not in danger. They do not believe this was random. Now let's break it down and talk about what happened. Muskegon is about 200 miles west of Detroit. The shooting happened in a residential area Saturday afternoon around 3:15. Initially, there were reports of shots fired. When police arrived, they discovered multiple people shot. A 25-year-old male pronounced dead at the scene. A 22-year-old female rushed to an area hospital where she died from her injuries. Additionally, 2 25-year-old males also shot, last listed in critical condition, and a 4-year-old child injured and taken to an area hospital with minor injuries. Investigators are not releasing specifics on his or her injuries. They're also not commenting on how the victims are all connected. Meanwhile, again, they say this is not a random crime. They say the public is not at risk. Camille Amiri, Fox 2 News.
A woman is killed in a crash in Sterling Heights. This happened late last night on Mound Road between 14 Mile and 15 Mile. A 30-year-old was heading north when she allegedly crashed into the back of a semi-truck, killing her. The truck was stopped at a red light. We're told no one else was hurt in this crash.
Well, this is very scary and sad. In Royal Oak Township, police were investigating a stabbing at a hotel. It happened last night at the American Inn and Suites on West 8 Mile. A 14-year-old boy stabbed in the leg. Troopers got there and used a tourniquet to stop the bleeding. The boy is now in the hospital. State police troopers are looking into a number of leads on a potential suspect, but they're still searching. If you have any information at all on this case, please reach out to Michigan State Police or call Crime Stoppers. The number 1-800-SPEAK-UP.
Family members and local leaders pleading with ICE to release a man who was arrested in Ypsilanti. Ernesto Enciso is married to an American-born woman, and as a child, he was brought to this country, we're told, when he was just 3 years old and was previously the recipient of DACA, that's the federal program, providing protection to undocumented immigrants. He has one prior arrest on his record. It's a drunk driving offense from more than a decade ago. Yesterday, he and another construction worker were arrested near their workplace. Now, a group of elected officials, including Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib and several state lawmakers wrote a letter to ICE asking them to let him go, saying that he's in the long process of attaining legal status. So far, no comment from ICE.
This is the kind of story we love to bring you this time of year. Pistons superstar Cade Cunningham has been delivering victories on the court, but off the court today, he delivered some gifts to children. And of course, we saw a lot of smiling faces at a very fun event this afternoon. It's rare that Santa and Mrs. Claus are the only stars of the show wherever they go. A Union Hall on the west side of Detroit, the site of a Cade Christmas.
I've been trying to do something every year. I've been in the league, to give back, try to impact the community. This year, just want to do something a little different than I had in the past. I think it turned out great.
The NBA superstar giving back to Detroit kids and their families. There's a holiday meal, a brand new bike for every child, as well as gifts, gas, and grocery gift cards for families, and so much more.
There was games, food, and then also shopping that all the parents could do to be able to make sure that the Christmas tree is full underneath.
The event put smiles on a lot of faces for the kids and the kids at heart.
People are so grateful, even when they registered, so much gratitude for even being considered to be part of this.
And everyone didn't have very far to go.
We were able to bring together families from this direct neighborhood out here on Grand River and Livernois, with Mackenzie Elementary and Middle School, also with Straight Gate Church, which is nearby in the neighborhood, as well as some of our program's students as well.
Cunningham says he was motivated to do this in part because of how he was raised.
I just remember going to turkey drives and stuff with my family, retirement homes, anything to give back. I think all those experiences, added up to me just, falling in love with giving back, and my family pushing us to do that.
Cade Cunningham and our Pistons are in first place in the East at 19-5 on the season. They have a little bit of time to relax, but I hope they don't do that too much because we want them to definitely stay good. They're off until Friday when they take on the Atlanta Hawks in Detroit. The federal government is about to get even tougher on who is allowed to enter our country. We'll tell you what this is all about. Straight ahead.
You know what? It's a celebration of Detroit hockey, 100 years in the making, and coming up, how you can get in on all the fun.
The shortest day of the year is approaching, and it might trigger some winter blues for some. I'm CB Cotton in New York. I've got more on what experts recommend to combat that coming up.
In Washington, a big decision this week from the Federal Reserve. Analysts predicting another small cut in interest rates. Investors on Wall Street are definitely hoping for this, but inflation is still higher than the Fed would like, and the job market appears to be shrinking. Through November, employers across America cut nearly 1.2 million jobs. That's up from 54% from the same period last year, and the highest since the pandemic. And it's looking like more people will be banned from entering the U.S. The Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says the Fed will expand the travel ban list. Right now, people from 19 countries are banned or face heavy restrictions from entering the country. Noem says that number will likely grow to more than 30. This follows the recent shooting of 2 National Guard members in D.C. The suspect is from Afghanistan. It's not known yet which countries will be added to the travel ban list or when this could take effect.
This is a date that has lived in infamy. It was 84 years ago today, on a Sunday morning, when the Japanese bombed the U.S. naval base in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. More than 2,400 Americans were killed on a day that launched America into World War II. Today, it's believed that only 12 Pearl Harbor survivors are still alive. They're over 100 years old. Today, veterans gathered with organizers at the World War II Memorial in our nation's capital.
We gather at this sacred place to honor all those who fell and those who are still with us, and the families and the country of that time, and as we go forward. Your presence here is a living reminder that they are not forgotten, that their service was not for naught, had value, and maybe, perhaps, set the stage for us being here today as a country.
And as the fighting continued during the war, the words on the lips of millions of Americans was, remember Pearl Harbor. More than 400,000 Americans were killed in World War II. We are fast approaching what's considered the shortest day of the year. It's still 24 hours away, but the least amount of sunlight in a day for a year is the winter solstice, which is 2 weeks from today.
Hard to believe, and as baseball legend and legendary wordsmith Yogi Berra once said, it gets late early this time of year, and the lack of sunlight can negatively affect a person's mood and energy, but there are ways to battle those wintertime blues. Fox's CB Cotton explains.
The shortest day of the year is quickly approaching for those in the northern hemisphere. On December 21st, the winter solstice will kick off and also mark the longest night, while the amount of daily sunlight will increase slowly after that. The long and dark season could trigger winter blues for some.
Light has an immediate effect on your well-being to increase serotonin in your brain.
People in the Nordic countries are no strangers to months with little to no daylight. Experts there explain how your energy could change during the winter.
It means that sleep duration extends, but despite of this long sleep, it doesn't refresh enough, so you are tired.
For an easier wake-up and brighter mornings, some experts recommend buying a dawn simulator, sunrise alarm clock, or light therapy lamp. Fatigue can also result in being irritable and wanting to isolate from friends, but researchers stress that it's important to maintain relationships.
Maybe not having their morning coffee in the lunchroom, grab not only a coffee, but also a colleague and say, hey, let's go outside and enjoy our hot coffee and do something for our well-being.
Another way to beat those winter blues, try staying active. And according to Norwegian tradition, it's all about keeping a positive outlook. In New York, CB Cotton, Fox 2 News.
And we are going to see more snow, so it's going to feel more and more like winter. And just from this morning's snow event, we really didn't accumulate a lot. This wasn't anticipated to be a big snowmaker for us. A lot of us were between 1 inch to 2 inches, and a lot of us were solidly in between that, from White Lake up to about 1.5 inches, down at the Detroit Metro Airport, where we were solidly at 1.5 inches in terms of snowfall accumulation. We are in for a little bit of a break tomorrow, and then Tuesday through about the end of the week, we'll have that opportunity throughout the day to see more accumulating snow. Highs today hit 30, the average at 40, so we're still below the average high. It has been an exceptionally cold start to the month of December. I don't think we've seen any days thus far near seasonal. We have our next system here west of us in the Plain States, and this is going to continue to track in our direction. Now, as we head into tonight, I do think we see a lot of dry time. There are a few lighter flurries that are around, though. Nothing really organized, and I do think this activity is going to begin to subside, too, once we head through the overnight. So that's not going to be an ongoing thing for us here. Temps tonight will be falling through the teens. I think we bottom out at 15. It is going to be a cold night. Wind chill factors for a lot of us here are going to be in the single digits early Monday morning. So not as cold as early Friday, but it's still going to feel that cold, frigid air around. So just be sure to cover exposed skin, especially for those kids waiting out for the bus stop to start off your work week. Now, we don't see snow tomorrow, but that does return as early as Tuesday. Highs will be in the mid-30s. We'll have snow showers to start the morning. We'll see a bit of a break, and then we'll see our second system arrive late Tuesday night into Wednesday. Now, you notice Wednesday's temperatures are nearing 40 degrees, so we do have that opportunity to see it transition over into some shower activity. So good news for us there. This is by 10:30 in the morning Tuesday. There will be pockets of some moderate, maybe some heavier snow that will quickly usher its way out. We see a break for the evening drive, and then late Tuesday into early Wednesday, we'll see that second weather maker. Starts off as snow, we'll see it transition over into rain, and then once the back edge of this system exits eastbound, we could see a little bit of snow linger through late Wednesday, but our totals, for the most part, anywhere between 2 to upwards of 3 inches with these next two systems that'll be moving through. So keep that in mind as we head through midweek. After that, it's going to turn much colder, and we do have additional opportunities down the line, too, for seeing some snow showers with minor accumulations. Below average temperatures, too, look to plague us next week as well. So very winter-like still as we head through the next couple days. Spotty snow showers to end the work week, and as we head into the weekend, high temperatures still only make it into the 20s. Hilary and Dave, over to you.
All right, thanks so much, Stephanie. This is incredible. The centennial season for the Detroit Red Wings, 100 years. Yeah. And the Detroit Historical Society is doing some really cool stuff to pay tribute.
Yeah, they've been doing this all year. Hockeytown turns 100. Fox 2's Ingrid Kelly takes us to the museum with a special exhibit.
It's a celebration of all things Detroit hockey, and right now this is 100 years in the making. Joining me now is Rebecca Salmonen-Witt. You know what? This is an amazing exhibit.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, 2 years in the making.
Yes. How did this all come about?
Well, obviously, we knew the 100th season was coming up. We've worked with the Red Wings and the whole Ilitch organization for years, and so we wanted to do something special. And I've got to say, what great partners. They were all in from the minute we suggested it. We ended up almost filling the museum with Red Wings memorabilia, photography. The artifacts in this exhibit are amazing. So many cool things that you would never have seen before. One of my favorites, the hand-drawn ice resurfacer. So before we had Zambonis, who knew, we had hand-drawn ice resurfacer. It took 4 guys 90 minutes to use that thing. It's just a little thing that you kind of pull along like a sled. And they could only do it in between games because there wasn't enough time in between periods. Really cool.
Talk about time. This is a walk-through time. You know, you have things from the early days all the way up to the current. You know, for people who want to kind of live and breathe Detroit hockey, why is this the place to be?
You know what? You will find stories that you never knew before. A great one, we've got a Model T wheel mounted on the wall. The reason why do we have that? It's at the entrance from America's Motor City. Perfect, right? But the winged wheel on the Red Wings logo is a Model T wheel. And so we tell that story here. And we tell the story of the entire sort of how the logo was created. It's super interesting, but it's those kind of things that as a real fan you might not have known before. You're going to have the opportunity to find all of those stories out here and get up close and personal to some artifacts that, maybe you've never seen or certainly you haven't seen in years and years.
Exactly. And there's something special going on during the month of December.
Every Sunday before Christmas, we are open and free from 1 to 5. So come on down, get your Red Wings fix on a free Sunday, but then come back throughout the holidays. And in fact, we've got special hours during the holiday season between Christmas and New Year's. We're open extended hours. Check out our website, DetroitHistorical.org for that.
That is so amazing. You're doing amazing things here. And of course, to learn more, you can also go to fox2detroit.com. Back to you in the studio.
All right, talking college football, the playoff field is set. Certainly there's going to be some controversy. We'll cover that for you coming up next. Get you up to date on Michigan's bowl season as well. Stick around. Sports on the way. All right, start with college football. All of the uncertainty about the field for the 12-team playoff is now over. That doesn't mean the conversation is stopped. Per usual, somebody got left out, or perhaps a couple of teams. 4 top seeds with first-round byes: Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, and Texas Tech. First-round games: James Madison at Oregon. It'll be Tulane at Ole Miss, Miami at Texas A&M, and Alabama, Oklahoma. The teams that were left out: Notre Dame, BYU, Texas, Vanderbilt. Fighting Irish announced they will not accept any bowl bids after being left out of the field. Texas did accept a bid. Matter of fact, they're going to play Michigan in the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. That'll be on New Year's Eve at 4:30. Sharon Moore on the value of playing one more game before the offseason.
For us, it felt like it was important not only for the development of our coaches and our players, but just the development of the program, all right, and what you get to do, and it's a reward to be able to go do things like that. It's nice. It's about 20 degrees here too, so going to Orlando will be nice for the week, not only for the coaches, families, and the players. So we're really excited about the opportunity that we have to go play in such a high-profile bowl game. It's another opportunity for us to go play football and practice, and we're really excited about it.
All right, Wings in action late last night facing the Kraken in Seattle. Let's get to it. Pick it up late in the second period. Detroit down 3-2, but coming in 2-on-1. James Van Riemsdyk fires one far side, 6th of the year. Game tied at 3. Stayed that way until there was under 3 minutes to go in the game. Patrick Kane, high slot, puts it home. Goal number 497 for Kane. Wings held on from there to win it 4-3. They'll be in Vancouver tomorrow night to take on the Canucks. NFL Today, Indianapolis has been a really nice story this year, and their quarterback Daniel Jones has been a big part of it. Unfortunately, looks like his run is over. During the team's loss to Jacksonville today, he suffered a right Achilles injury. Huge swing in the AFC South with this game. Jags win it, leaving them a game up on the Colts. And we'll be talking about all these things tonight on The Works at 11 o'clock.
And we know there's a big game going on in our division.
There is for first place in the NFC North, Green Bay and Chicago. We'll be covering that coming up a little bit later. And they're playing twice in the next 3 weeks, so it's going to be real interesting to see how this all shakes out.
It is a fun time of year for sure.
It is. You want to be involved. That's the thing, and the Lions
yes,
are.
They are right there.
Yeah, and they're playing in the cold right now.
It looks real cold.
It's cold here too, though. Our temperatures are currently sitting in the 20s. Tomorrow we start off cold too. We have some single-digit wind chill factors that we'll be watching early Monday morning, and then several more opportunities for snow down the line too. So this work week is going to be active for us here. We see temperatures kind of swinging back and forth from the 30s to the 40s, possibly midweek. And actually Wednesday is going to be the closest thing to seasonal we've seen in a while. And then colder right behind that, especially as we head into next weekend, potentially looking at more snow chances too. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the snow, because we have more of that over the next 5 days.
Oh, yeah, well.
Yeah. It's winter.
We're getting close, right? We're getting close to that, and it's okay. Yeah. At least it's pretty on the trees.
You know what? It does make for a really nice ambiance, especially this time of year, because people really want that white Christmas feel. We have a lot of festive things going on here across Southeast Michigan, so why not add a little bit of snow?
It's perfect weather to go for a run like these people did. Check this out. Cold and snowy today. Perfect weather for, putting on the Speedo and getting out there, getting after it. 10th annual Santa Speedo Run through downtown Detroit, creating quite a sight if you're all wondering where Luderman is.
Oh, yeah.
Look closely. Let's see if we can find him. Let's see if we can find him. Dashing through the snow on that 1 mile journey throughout the city.
People are like, you know what? I have the best stories to share at Christmas parties, because it is. Who else is going to run a mile through downtown in 20 degrees and nothing but festive attire or a Speedo and say, you know what? I did this. What'd you do this year?
Why indeed? Here's why. It's for a good cause. All the proceeds benefit the Ruth Ellis Center and the Greening of Detroit. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I love
Kudos to all those.
I think I needed that why. I
needed
to know why.
Why not?
Yeah. Cold plunging. I mean, you can run, get the endorphins going, sweat a little in the cold. No problem.
Let's take our show on the road next year.
I'll leave that to you, Dave.
Yeah.
All right? That's Fox 2 News at 6. Thank you so much for being with us.
Be sure to join us on air for Fox 2 News at 10. See ya.